Hello, good morning. You're watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde. We are back again on another edition of your favorite morning program here on QTV. So wherever you are, we're saying welcome to this edition again, and we are about to take you through to the happenings. I mean, yesterday and past days, a lot of things have been happening. We'll take a look at the newspaper review with Mr. Mamadou Boch, and I'm with Julde Njai. Good morning, Julde.
Good morning, Ibrahim.
Madam Sabali.
Yes.
I'll say it again. Mr. Sabali is from Matakudina. It didn't come. Sunyo would damage suma sister. Final, man mako. Sunyo reg. No, in fact, Balamo nyo. I'll take you to the house. Maneko takudena. Oh, do them vet airport, so do them. All right, so welcome.
Thank you, Ibrahim. I'm glad to be here. Good morning to you and Mr. Mbouch and to our viewers.
Yes. So, Mr. Mbouch, what's up? What's going on? You're fiddling with your mobile phone. I mean,
yes, I'm sort of looking for the speech.
The speech of the president? Yes, I mean, yesterday he delivered a very brief, precise
not yet time for
speech.
that.
Yeah, so we will delve into that.
You were going to say
and
good
we'll
morning
take
to me, then I'll say good morning to you back. So we do that bit first before we...
What is good
well,
about morning?
In fact, Nyunsa, why are we saying morning on the program? We've seen off air, so we just have to move on.
This is our program. The program is called This Morning. So what do first thing in the morning? You say good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's a gesture of neighborliness.
Subabuba. Yeah, all right, that's nice. Yeah, so how have you been?
Alhamdulillah.
Nice. Naka bursubi mba tawbi sona lute. Last night.
Is there anywhere for Hamed tawbi sonal in one form or another? Either talibi, so you don't hang. That's just the way things are. So no need to complain about it. You know what I mean?
That depend. Probably there are other places you have the new doing this one as walum tau. Maybe there are area. I'm not palace you have they don't.
Man, me do they complain. You know what they say? You know, some people complain about the rain, others just get wet. Man, I just get wet and move on. Yeah, so the African proverb, we'll take a look at it from the code, and we'll be doing the newspaper review and the tree planting preservation by Crab Island Institute. Honorable Usman Silla would be here. And from there, Abubakar Siddiq Foundation, Gunjur, provides support for orphans. We will be talking to the PRO of this group, later. So we'll take a look at the code, and Julde, it reads...
Yeah, a sharp mind cuts deeper than a loud voice.
A sharp mind cuts deeper than a loud voice, Mr. Mbouch.
Quite an interesting proverb.
Yes, but to me it seems pretty straightforward, isn't it? Thinking, I don't know, here a sharp mind will obviously mean like insight, clarity, wisdom, being sharp, having substance. And a loud voice would be just showy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sort of boastful talk, trying to dominate. You have characters like that. So in the end, substance wins over show. I think that's what it's telling me. Nice. The loud voice is for show, the sharp mind, that's substantive. That's how I see it.
How do you say it? An empty barrel makes the most noise or sound. I mean, people who have sharp minds, don't they engage in petty things? You know, they mostly engage in productive things that will really yield something positive for them. Why the people who have empty heads? Wherever you see them, they're just making noise, shouting, making unnecessary claims and everything. So yeah, sharp minds focus on something productive, something that will yield something for them.
And selling, yes, but see, imagine a really very sharp knife. They cut through things very easy.
Right.
I don't need to use force.
Yes.
I think there's a contrast there. That's it. That contrast between that clean, as it were, going through something, than using force.
Right.
So maybe one can achieve,
That's
you know what I mean, a resolution, whatever you set out to achieve, by being like that sharp knife,
Right.
going through things, rather than
Smoothly.
using force.
Right.
Maybe that is more effective than using force.
What are
That's the contrast.
like you don't have to work hard, just work smart.
Smarter, yeah.
You know, and I think this proverb is actually it's talking about something like that. You don't have to be a task bohamne needs something very smart. You need to work on it very smart and easily, and you're done with it. But because you're not using that, you're trying to use force and everything. It takes you like days, and you sweat a lot of times, and you know. So it is very important to work smart, not work hard.
That's it.
But in our part of the world, no more a problem. We work hard, but not smart in most cases. You know.
I'm not sure if that is fair with our part of the world. Anywhere you go, I suppose some people will be like that.
Right.
Even that is sometimes, it's not all the time, and others maybe not so much. I don't think that this is about a nation or a group. I think that's what individuals are. I've reduced it really to individuals. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not about groups being like this or groups being like that. I think that sort of argument is always fallacious.
It is.
Because
But
within
like,
the group, you're going to have the
Right.
good, the bad, and the ugly. So in
Right.
the end, it's really an individual thing, not a group thing, I suspect.
It is. I mean, you're right, partially right about it. But what I'm saying is, for instance, if you want to learn how to drive, you know, now you've seen that all these electronic cars coming. But again, they will tell you, in order to learn, it's better to start with the manual, the harder way than electronic. You know, so I think things like that, and even at the university, sometimes we know that there is an advent of what we call AI. It's coming in, all of that. It's making our work easier and all of that. But still, you have professors who will tell you that no, you can't use it. You know, you have a laptop or you have a phone where you can just use and type something very easy. It makes your life very easy, and you can study effectively. But they will tell you to take a book and copy. You know, those things. It's really crazy. So it's good to actually work smart, not work hard.
Absolutely,
But what do you make of the program?
You know, according to what I've researched, intelligence and insight is more than making noise.
Right.
You understand? The empty barrel make a lot of noise.
Right.
We've also seen how people that are focused on result-driven, I mean, getting result positively. Sometimes their attitude, you can see how quiet they are. Sometimes the most quiet are the most people that provide positive results. I mean, it's more than just making noise. It's more of getting what you want. And I think there should be a type of a character, I mean, that should be built around that to make sure, I mean, these individual results are driven positively. So,
Right.
you know, doing the right thing and getting the positive result is better than making the bigger noise without getting the right result.
Do you know the phrase, still water runs deep?
Right.
You were talking about quiet people and all of that. That's depth. You know, it's only shallowness, and you have this water splashing about, being on the shallow end of things. Yes. But Julie, you mentioned what AI and how it makes things easier.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should go to that straight, and with the manual when you're driving. Why do manual? Let's just go straight to EV. That sort of thing. This is it's a debate worldwide now, isn't it?
Right.
And they've been doing some studies on this. What's happening? Some people call it, we are asset stripping our minds. Really, if you really want to delegate everything to AI, oh my God, God have mercy for you when, imagine you just have a shutdown of some sort, you can't use it. Your mind wouldn't be able to do anything. It is completely dependent on something else thinking for it. It's a very, very dangerous situation. They've been doing some studies, and things like that are beginning to emerge. In fact, this is the phrase they use, asset stripping your mind. The most basic thing for you to think about things. You are delegating it to something else. A machine We just have a shutdown and see. You wouldn't think.
Well, I think these machines sometimes they made life easy. I mean, I got a brighter example yesterday, Mr. Mboch, and I'll share it with you. It was late in the night. I was with my friend, Modu Lamin. So the car I was using, the battery course moves for some reason. And when the trunk is locked, the battery is behind the trunk. So you cannot open it and adjust the course without using the remote. And now it moved. The remote cannot open, the trunk cannot open. So I looked for someone to help me do this and start it, but I can't get. So I went online, I checked, okay, this is the type of car, and this is what happened. They said, okay, actually, you don't need to even get someone. Go inside the car, pull the back seat, put it down, you will have access to the trunk. And I did that, and it saved me. Exactly. I was like, wow, that was really amazing.
That is exactly what AI is for.
Right.
Practical stuff like that.
Exactly.
But when it comes to value, fact and value, stuff like that, that would be a bit tricky. So this is really what we're talking about. There are certain practical stuff. I use AI all the time. But for simple, quick, factual stuff, look, when did this place gain independence? Very quickly, then I can move on with my argument in the piece that I'm writing. So that's it. Know where AI is beneficial.
So you mean the brain needs to be busy?
Oh yes, it needs to be doing work. The brain needs to be problem solving. For it to be able to do so, you learn by doing. And each time you repeat, you reinforce that lesson inside you. If you stop thinking for yourself, when you do not have that external thing, then you are stuck. Because your brain had lost the habit of thinking. Thinking is a habit. So be careful what you give to AI and what you really try to work out yourself. So not just pick it up, as they say, work it out.
Exactly.
Don't just pick it up.
I totally agree, and I understand the point that you're raising. Like, it's really bad to entirely focus on AI. But again, we can't rule the fact that, you know, AI is with us. You know, we have to really adapt to it and work, use it with in our work and everyday life. You know, if not, you will be left out. That is just the hard fact.
The question is, how do you adapt?
How do we?
That's it.
That's the question. And I think that is very, very, while you're using it, let it also make you smart, make the best use of it, not just depend entirely on it, doing the work for you.
You've used the phrase for it to make you smart. No. One professor once said that you do not get your intelligence from these machines. You take your intelligence to it. Absolutely. But even with social media, with misinformation, disinformation, I take my intelligence to it to be able to evaluate. Should I trust this or should I trust that? When you take your intelligence from it, God have mercy for you, boy or girl.
So how do you take your intelligence to it?
That's it. You apply common sense to what you consume. Don't be a passive consumer. Be an active consumer. That depends on what your learning is. You do your learning and then you take it and you judge.
Not just with AI, but even with individuals. Sometimes you have lecturers who will tell you stuff, but you sister Bopa, you know that this is inaccurate or this is not right. But again, it takes your critical, you know, analysis to actually know where to take in, what to take in, and what not to take in.
That's it. So be careful. The lecturer may not necessarily be wrong. You just disagree. Let us be careful here. We are so judgmental. We make judgments without realizing it, as it were.
Some of them
you just disagree. But when you are a student, be careful. You know, you are going through the process of learning. There are some people who say, I call it, they are weaned too early, then they are fed too early. You need a long time to learn. But as a judgment, before so judgment, so now you see a lot of these young people, they're passing on judgment, and when you listen to the argument behind it, oh, it is so callow.
It is so calm.
Why
you cannot rule out AI?
You can.
AI?
Nobody is saying that. Oh my God. It is about the balance. What beneficial, what's the most optimal way of using AI?
There is a
That's
country
really
that
what we're
already
talking
used
about.
AI as a minister to fight corruption. It's Albania, right? They used AI to serve as their minister to fight corruption. And we've seen that being reported in the media. So obviously, as time goes on...
What's the result?
It's just recently.
Okay, so let's wait for the result.
We need to give it time to mature.
To mature, yeah.
Yeah, so we've exhausted almost the newspaper time on AI. It's 22 minutes past the hour. So let's do President Barrow's speech yesterday.
What was it?
Yes, on the things that are happening in the Gambia.
Yes.
You know, Omar Baji's death in Mandinaring, unfortunately.
Right.
And, you know, he said there'll be an investigation and, you know, justice will be served according to the president. He said these things are very unfortunate and, you know, these are things that right now Gambia is going through a trying time. So
It's not unfortunate. It is tragic. Somebody died.
Yeah.
So unfortunate is a very light term to use in this situation. And we want to know the facts. I am not going to be on this side or that side. We've got these diverging narratives. Police on patrol, seeing a group of young people, they looked like, according to their statement, it looked as if they were smoking weed, and then they ran, scattered, and he fell. When I listened to the late Omar's mother, the mother said, well, the police said they only pushed him.
Nice.
Was there any contact or not? What are the facts? We're going to have a coroner's report, isn't it?
Nice.
This inquiry. Then we look at the facts, and then we know what to do. If there's the general point of policing, yes, there's a general point of policing, and we must say it. We are just so punitive, corporal punishment. We just do that. It's just an extremely, I think one really has to work against the norm. The norm is to hit people in authority, be it our parents at home, be it the police, whoever, especially when they wear uniforms. We feel that we need to hit to punish you. I think that will be a tough fight in our systems. For a very long time, we've always had police with suspects. They will do something to you, really, as a kind of punishment, thinking that they've already given the verdict. What the courts should do, that's what they do sometimes. Well, this is a fight. I do not know how long it will take, but the police, yes, they hit you when they catch you, then they do all sorts of things to you. And you may have certain underlying conditions. Who knows? And then the consequences, you know, some illness, some underlying illness.
Probably this young man has been struggling with something, and nobody knows.
We just never preempt what the facts will be.
Probably.
That's it. But it's
Hopefully
dangerous.
we will get to know. Yeah.
But I think it's dangerous to decide one way or another.
Right.
So the court is ordering post-mortem into his death. I mean, probably...
Yes.
That's what it means by the coroner's report. When you have people die in police custody, then the coroner has to do an inquiry and then make a report.
Assembly rejects Honorable Musa Cham's attempt to reduce presidential election deposit. Now, is it gone to $2 million? Wow, $2 million.
Yes. So if you don't have money, you can't contest elections. Isn't it neat? I've heard people say, yes, that should be the right thing because you have all these non-entities wanting to contest. We've really missed the whole point of what a democracy is, pluralism. The bar should be low. Politics shouldn't be merely for plutocrats,
it should be a
people who have money.
Fair, plain ground.
1 million.
It shouldn't be only for people who can have
it's
money. That is really not the whole spirit, the whole democratic spirit. But when I hear people say the argument, oh, we can just weed out all sorts of people, I said, actually, that's the very opposite of the spirit of democracy.
Yes.
You want to be more inclusive. The bar must be low. The people will decide whether to vote for you or not. That is the important thing. Not all of these pious talk.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pious talk around.
Yeah.
That's
more
really
of
what it
imagine
is.
$1 million is to contest for the presidency, and you are not assured that you will win. So I mean, you have to be a multimillionaire in order to actually participate. But
That's
the poor
really,
people can't really partake in.
That's really what we're doing. You need to have a certain threshold of money to participate in politics in that way, to run for office. Oh, for God's sake. It's scandalous.
In fact,
to my mind, it's a scandalous decision.
You are providing option for the voter population. You are pushing certain people for them to, I mean, there's no option. Probably I wanted to vote for another person and the individual doesn't have the money to contest. So you're forcing me to either not vote or vote for someone that I don't like.
The threshold must be low. You know, you don't want to make it ridiculous. You cannot tell me there must be no threshold. There must be some conditions, you know what I mean? But when it comes to something like finances and the like, it shouldn't be too high. These days we talk about inclusivity in whatever we say. Here you're creating an exclusive club. It's a joke.
We have a long way to go.
Yeah. So the finance minister says government revenue reaches $23.3 billion in 2023.
What are we to make of that? How do I judge that? What's the baseline? I have no idea what it means. I cannot put any value to it. I cannot measure it. I need all the information to be able to contextualize it.
He said it's a significant turnaround in the Gambia's public finance.
I do not know. I cannot judge that. I have to look into that first before I make any judgments.
So the minister
is just a standalone.
He is very particular about how the Gambia is improving when it comes to finance. I mean, how the economy is growing by 5%. You know, and the other day we asked him, Minister, it's not reflecting in our pockets and, you know, in our daily life and livelihood. I mean, he said, okay, it's not a thing that you are going to see and feel, but it's there.
You should be able to feel it. And I mean, if the economy is doing so well, obviously the ordinary Gambians should actually feel it. You know, when inflation is high, you don't need an expert to tell you that there is inflation because prices are going up. And even my grandmother who is going to the market knows that the prices have gone up. So obviously these are things that you don't need to be an expert in order to know it. You know, I think the minister, what he could have done is to simplify this, to know like how is this really impacting us, everyday Gambians, not just the figures. What is 5%? You know, you and I will not know what is 5%. You know, if the economy has grown by 5%, what does that really mean? How is it translating?
So I do hear economists say stuff like, you see these headline figures, like 5% growth. That's different. It doesn't tell you much about the per capita income. That is always lower. That's actually what they spend on individuals. So you will have this massive gap between the so-called growth and what people are feeling, what you're spending on people. And when you make that growth, I understand that with our debt, we are spending a lot of money sort of there. So yes, you're right, the effect that people should feel in our pockets, we are not feeling it in our pockets. Because even where you have growth, GDP growth, fine, yet you have inflation, then it eats into that. It sucks it in. So you will never really see any difference out there. So this is it. Let's sort of use the language that people can understand. For the minister's sake, you know what I mean? Really, for the minister's sake, you are saying all sorts of things, what people are feeling, and they begin to look at you in a different way. Use the sort of language that can appeal to people, Otherwise, you will change perceptions of how we see you. Right. And you are a politician. You don't want that. Be careful. You don't want to, for people to say that, oh, here we go again. We become cynical about what you say. Yeah. Then your effectiveness, you're no longer effective. So for ministers' sake, use a language that people can understand yeah. and be credible.
Right.
Where you need to say that we got it wrong, I'm sorry, you do so. It is not a sign of weakness.
Right.
Why is it that they're always defending things, always being defensive in many occasions? Sometimes you come and say, we are sorry. Or perhaps when it comes to inflation, we've been saying it, so much of what we do, we import. So perhaps in the short term, what we can do is not much. That is beginning to be exposed now.
At least people
in certain areas.
Right.
Yes, that fiscal space, it's tightening. In some areas, they really cannot do much.
Right.
But they cannot say that. You know what I mean? They cannot say that. One would always give the impression that you can do this, you can do that. But the prices are not coming down. The other day, that was with the Mansakunda. Yeah. They had the minister said he went to Sadakunda to buy a bag of rice. It had gone down. And everybody thought, oh, show us that shop. We all want to go to that shop.
Absolutely.
You see, it's easy to just point out at one thing or two things to demonstrate a point, but it doesn't work that way at all. So, honest talking, credibility. Right. I think maybe that's the sort of language we need to help us through.
Between the government and the people. And in most instances, even if you look at all the protests that is going around, it evolves around accountability, you know, and the government, you know, that there is a gap. We have to admit that there is a gap between the government, central government, and the people. And all of that could be attributed to communication. It's very important. For instance, if the finance minister told us that, okay, we have $25 billion in revenue, and then the expenditure is maybe $20 billion, and we have a profit of this, and this is what we are going to, I mean, people understand those kind of stuff. But if you're telling us that we have a 20% revenue, and you know our expenditure is 10%, how do you expect people to know what is 20%? So I think it's very, very important for them to communicate. But again, critics will say that it's a deliberate attempt to actually ensure that people don't get to know what is really happening.
Well, critics will also have to give me more evidence to bolster, to support their point. What we've been seeing is this. Opinion polls, recently the Gambia participates one, about 90% also think that there's widespread corruption and the sort of thing. We've seen what opinion polls are saying. And I think that, yes, there are perceptions, these things are called, granted, but perceptions are also important. My ministers, government should look at these opinion polls, don't dismiss them. Yes, and see what do you think accounts for this? Why are people thinking this? You know, if the government, if they think that the reality is different, that's it. How do you communicate that reality that we are missing? If they're going to put it that way, you know what I'm saying? So it's a perception. They may say that, oh, it's a misperception. We said, okay, fine. How can you communicate that reality so that we can adjust our perceptions of you? How do you do that? So let's have an honest engagement. In the end, it's about when some people are being gamey. That's been our problem with our politics. Politicians will say one thing, but behind the scenes they're doing things entirely differently. You know what I mean? And you cannot read economics. You can read politics, you cannot read economics. So let's have an honest engagement, you know.
Exactly. So Fabakary Tombong Jatta called for unity at APRC Road to 2026 rally. The day was green that day. And they are also having the confidence that APRC can unseat President Adama Barrow and take over 2026 presidential election.
Which APRC? The Fabakary Tombong?
The Fabakary Tombong.
I think they are part of the NPP alliance.
See?
Yeah,
they
are in alliance.
You see?
What they are saying is, because there are two fractions of APRC, so that I think I heard him claiming that theirs is the legitimate
They shouldn't use their logo or
and
any
all
other
that,
thing.
yes.
Yeah. So that was the no to alliance. I think you've got the no to alliance faction.
Yes.
And then you have the other bit. The other bit that was rescued by NPP. It was a sinking ship. Then the NPP ship came along and they just jumped onto that one. No to alliance. How many of them? I don't know, 4. How many MPs?
National Assembly members.
Yeah, from that no to alliance. That's a rump. The APRC, like the PPP, they've served their historical movement. They're not coming back.
They are gone.
They are gone. NPP is new. We will have other new parties. Some might say that even UDP, we do not know, how are they going to handle the current crisis? This is, it seems to me, this is a make or break kind of moment.
Right.
Have they served their historical moment and soon they will just splinter into different factions and they each would go your own way. Even PDOIS. That's it. So politically, we are going through very interesting times. And for me, it's a good thing.
Mr. Mboja, have you seen how parties feed when their leaders are gone?
That's it. This
you understand?
Is the key.
Yeah,
because there's no ideology. It's about personality politics. So when the leader goes, the party goes. This is what we've been saying. And the logic, the current parties we have, they are all built around that logic. Look at it. PDOIS since the formation, it's either Khalifa, Sidia. Along the way, I just haven't seen the younger cadre. Maybe Usman Silla was coming as one. And recently, perhaps Musa Cham in the National Assembly. But by now, we should have had a few younger, leaders, if you like that, were household names.
Right.
UDP as well, it's just been really one person. There have been people around it, but you prepare your leadership. They will all claim that we want to have term limits for the presidency. Can we do term limits for our parties? Practice what you preach. Because if I believe in it as a principle, then it should apply to me even when I'm in opposition. After all, I'm a government in waiting.
That's right.
Or is it that, no, it shouldn't apply to us only when you become president? But I'm not sure. Is that principle? I do not know. So, but I think this is like a pivotal time for our politics between now and 2026. The battle lines are being redrawn here. The old stages, perhaps it's time to bow out. The new ones will force it. I think we are going through that revolving door. The old ones going out, the new ones coming in.
Yeah. So thank you, Mr. Mboj, for doing this with us. And, we hope to engage you again before end of the week.
Cheers, man.
Yes. Go enjoy your coffee.
Yes.
Yes.
I certainly will.
So we'll be right back after the break. Then the program continues. We'll be back.
Joni webini nuldugol mbudi mi yeto ma joni ida wawi nuldude mbudi irako Gambia do yaha Senegal e Q Money wallet ma on ko hon wonda e fadde mi yeto ma uduto Q Money account ma on joni fuddoda nuldude mbudi e teribe ma e wadon ka Orange Money nder Senegal fi hebugol hen ko laabi ida wawi nuldude Q Money customer care e 133 Q Money suñu kalpe dum no yadi e sartaji.
Opticalia, Gambia's leader in optical care with 5 locations offering the best in visual health. With cutting-edge European technology, Opticalia delivers single vision lenses in just 20 minutes. At Opticalia, we care about our future. Eye exams are free for individuals under 18, ensuring everyone has access to quality eye care. But it's not just about vision. Opticalia also provides advanced audiology services to ensure your hearing health is in the best hands. Our audiology services offer European standard hearing aids and diagnostics, ensuring everyone can hear clearly. Whether it's testing or treatment, you can trust Opticalia for your auditory care. Opticalia offers European standard products, fair prices, and exceptional value all under one roof. Visit Opticalia at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia or call us on 7767-121 or at any of our regional branches. Banjul 7767-126. Brikama 7767-123. Farafenni 7767-124. Basse 7767-125. Opticalia. Love what you see and hear.
Q Money aning Orange Money ye bulo di nyola pour ka kodi kio sone yandi ka bonan Gambia banko kang kata Senegal banko kang aning Q Money wallet eka mune batu imuna fan Q Money account wala sign pour kadati ka kodoki iterimal anila dimbayal kana aning Orange Money Senegal ni lafta ku Senegal sotola je Q Money customer care kumandi 133 Q Money sunyu kalpe nying sartolle bala.
Q Money and Orange Money has just made money transfer easier. Now you can send money from Gambia to Senegal directly from...
Yes, we are back. You're watching QTV this morning. I am Ibrahim Balde. Now let's move on to the other segment of this program, and we have Omar Manjang, the communication officer of Afnow. Welcome, Omar.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Balde.
Yes, it's good to have you here. I mean, we've been communicating, and Alhamdulillah, this is the seeing, the time to see.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good. So it's important for us to discuss, I mean, the activities of Afnow.
Beautiful.
And we deem it necessary, I mean, to invite you over so that you can take us through. So please tell us the history of Afnow.
Okay, once again, thank you so much, and I equally thank the beautiful viewers. I am Omar A. Manjang from Gunjur. Today I'm here representing Afnow, Boubacar Siddiq Foundation for Needy and Orphan Welfare. This is a community-based humanitarian organization that was established way back 2003. It came as a result of the visionary and philanthropic gesture of an individual called Fakeba Sedi, who is late way back. Fakeba Sedi observed that when certain individuals are gone, meaning when they left, then their families normally have some challenges in terms of academic programs and so on. So he was a businessman, and he will sacrifice to sell his own domesticated animal and using that resources to take care of the schooling program of the orphans. So he has been doing this issue for quite a long time. And then with that gesture, then he also went further to ask the other scholars in the community to look at the alignment to Islamic principle. There, when he met some other late individuals like Imam Badembo Toure and other late imams like Ismail Manjan and the rest of others, they assured him that this is a very good, important gesture. This is what you call Faradul Kifaya, in a sense that it's a responsibility that when somebody takes on behalf of the community, the person is there to safeguard the entire ummah. So this was how the organization, those scholars also joined him to ensure that they established the organization. And then with that, then you realize that the initial name was Afnow, Abubakar Siddiq Foundation for Dawa and Needy Welfare. Then their intervention was purely in the area of Dawa, and calling people in the attention of the need to assist the needy and other vulnerable people in the community. As time goes on, realize that the Dawa, the acronym Dawa, sometimes it defines like it's purely on Islamic basis. Yeah. So then that was the time they happened to change the Dawa, now having it as Afnow, Abubakar Siddiq Foundation for Needy and Welfare. So the institution is in Gunjur, and our intervention site equally is in Gunjur. Thank you.
So when was this organization established?
Yes, it was established in 2003. 2003, and then of course by 2006 the institution was registered. Going through the process of registration, when the elders come with this idea, then the other youthful members also join them, serving as food soldiers to work on certain errands. And during that process, in fact, the name Abubakar even came as a result of the magnanimous gesture of the Prophet Abubakar. So he was among the Caliphate who is very recommended for assisting the orphans and so on. So elders themselves say, wow, Abubakar will be nice to have it in the name. So one Abubakar Jane in the community was serving as the food soldier, going from one place to another. Then it was at that level very premature, and then again in terms of institutionalizing it was somehow challenging. So that was how they also incorporate other people who also have good knowledge in Western education. Among them is the late Mbarin Sandang Bojang, and who is no more alive. We pray for Allah's mercy on them.
Amen.
And again, we also have other people like Nfodeng Kali and the rest of others, most of whom were all not around. So, but today the institution is under our hands and are watchful as well. So we are also trying to ensure that the legacy that they left behind, we promote it and then protect it, and also leave it for the other generations.
So let's talk about how do you gather your finances? I mean, how do you get these monies to help support? I mean, is there a hand supporting your organization?
Yeah, these are some of the biggest challenges that we have currently, even at the inception of the institution, because having an already fund is not available. What happened is from humanitarian gesture and where people will commit themselves to make payment. Initially, the monthly contribution was $25. We call out for membership. So whosoever want to join the organization, you register with the organization at free cost. And then you will be committed to make a monthly payment of $25. So as time goes on, we realize that that $25 cannot even meet the entire budget for the year. So we also decided to at least push it further to have it an annual basis where every individual is expected to pay $1,000. But so that's how we generate funds as well. But equally, from the inception, the institution struggles a lot because we've subjected ourselves to other initiatives like selling kerosene. At that time, when light was not even available in Gunjur, and so we go and then get some gallons of kerosene, also sell it to people. At least we can also get profit out of that, also to support these people. And individuals also, most especially the farmers. Farmers have been very much contributors to this, where when they produce, at the end of the day, they will bring their zakat. Others will also look at the produce and then give a portion to the organization. So it was purely on community initiative, where everybody take leadership to ensure that the institution must go from our resources that we are putting together to ensure that we go. But now when we also move forward, more especially in around 2010 coming forward, we also try to adjust ourselves to the current realities, where sometimes getting 25, even the monthly contribution becomes challenging. So we also think of how do we also try to get fixed assets where people will come and rent, and at the end of the day, we can also generate fund out of that. Out of that, some of our diasporans, brothers and sisters, they also join hands together to get us these plastic cares. And these plastic cares, that's what we use for renting. And of course, that has been one of the most successful fundraising adventure that we do, because the community see to that anybody who rent from that chair, you are supporting the organization. So sometimes, most especially in a weekend, you hardly find it very difficult even to have it because people will book it and so on. So that has been a very big successful in terms of raising fund. Equally in the community as well, we also have an organization called Gunjur Development Fund, GDF. So GDF2 also has been a very supportive to our initiative because, as I said, they all feel like this is a collective responsibility. So when we gather resources for Gunjur's development, then they will also allocate some fund for the organization. So these has been some of the fundraising methods or also supportive method to our programs and events.
So okay, Julie, go ahead.
So since you started, you registered the organization in 2006.
Yeah, exactly.
How many people have benefited from this so far?
We have about over 200 orphans and needies that benefited from the organization. Here we have different components in terms of our intervention. We have orphans and needy, especially those going to schools. And again, the other component is the widows. Okay, for orphans, we can say more than 200 because considering that a community like Gunjur and the satellite community, almost in every weekly basis, somebody must die. So of course, when such a pivotal person like the dad or the mom who left the family, then it becomes the responsibility of Afnow to take care of the person. So all in all, the number is increasing. But of course, we can say more than 200 people have been benefiting, and currently there are other people who continue to benefit from the institution as well.
So your support goes to in supporting them with school fees, uniforms, food, or what are your limitations as far as rendering assistance is concerned?
Thank you so much. Yes, our interventions normally centered in the area of school provisions. Yes, in fact, if you're looking at the inception at that time, school was not easily accessible like today, where almost maybe you may not pay. But in those days where you paid, the institution take care of that. And then we also draw students from different angles, from Arabic school, the ECD, primary school, upper basic school, and so on. So we draw people from that end as well. So again, from the satellite communities like Gunjur, Santamba, Sambuyang, also Sandali, and so on. We also intervene in such areas in order to support them with school materials, especially in the area of books, uniform, school bags, and other stationery material to ensure that they also have equal right with the other students whose parents are existing and so on.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask, I think, sort of a similar question. Okay. I hope there is no sort of a selective justice in what you do as a community, considering the name is Abubakar Siddiq Foundation. And, you know, Gunjur is a diverse community.
Indeed,
I mean, you have different people living in there.
That is it, that is it. Yeah, in that terms, alhamdulillah, we don't have such kind of things. But of course, everybody is also entitled to their opinion, in a sense that support is never limited, where everybody, even sometimes you'll see people whose children now are able to get something, they will still look for support and so. But we were able to make some matrix where we have to assess. For instance, when you have somebody who is able to, or your siblings were able to finish grade 12, and they got some other technical skills like masonry, welding, and so on. We graciously tell you that maybe you can give chance to others, especially people whose siblings are very, very small, and they may not have that physical ability to struggle and so on. So we don't have that much of these selective, we don't have that problem, because we in the system, we have all tribes, all kind of people.
No, I'm talking about religion.
Religious
I'm talking about, we have people with different religions in the
different religions. Yeah, but the intervention is purely looking at the Muslims. But however, in terms of academic programs, for academic programs like school material, we also incorporate Christian families.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I am talking about.
Oh, that's now I got it now. Yes,
that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, for that we also, even there are missionary schools that are very, very much participatory in our programs. And so we always have beneficiaries from those ends as well.
Okay.
Yes, so we definitely do that.
Nice.
But in terms of Ramadan gifts and others, we normally prioritize Muslims.
Absolutely,
that's
obvious.
Yes,
that's obvious.
Exactly.
So how do you go about selecting the people that you're to support? Is it that they come to you or you reach out to them?
Yeah, the institution now has made its own name in the community.
Okay.
So when somebody demise or somebody's pivotal supporter is not there, then people will even recommend to the person that why not you go to Afnow and then you register. So we today, this time around, we are even occupying the old building of Visaka. In those days, every community, most of this Visaka, yes, that's where we are using. So they will come and they will have our own form where we will take the details, your name, your age, the number of siblings, and then also looking at your health conditions and so. But the saddest part is that we intend to intervene in such area, but that is very limited. That is the health part of it, because especially the widows. They undergo through a lot of psychological stresses and other stuff, joint pain, hypertension, these non-communicable diseases and so on. So we couldn't have much resources to intervene into that. So we will take those details, and then when we also mobilize resources for a particular intervention, we go through that and then make calls so that you are nominated or you are selected for this so if you can make it to this particular time and so on. That's how we do things here.
So those the organization allows other people from outside to register or to render support if.
Yeah, for rendering of support, we encourage that a lot.
Okay. Because
the community, the intervention side, we cannot even exhaust it. I can tell you for free when, for instance, we call for a gift like maybe food items.
Yes.
Immediately when we do the exercise, we will rush to close the office, because once people start to carry this load, moving from one place or getting down to their destination, the number of people that will come to the office is so sad. Sometimes it's very sad to listen to them. You hear a lot different kind of stories. So you realize that our limitations were too much that we could not even go beyond Gunjur, because you cannot even meet the demands of Gunjur. How do you go outside Gunjur? So that was the issue as well. So, but what we always encourage, this is not difficult. It's just that people have to create time and let them be selfless to ensure that they organize themselves. You mobilize resources locally in order to intervene in such area. So we are open to those kind of technical support to any community that want to do such kind of thing. But of course, definitely, we always have invitation from people outside the community saying that we have seen you people are doing that. I'm also having a neighbor here who is that and that and that, if you can also support and so. But our answer always is definitely we cannot even exhaust Gunjur. It's going to be difficult for us to go outside. So these are some of the challenges that we don't really encounter.
Thank you, Omar. Thank you, Omar Manjang, for coming on the QTV this morning.
Thank you.
And keep doing what you do, Abubakar Siddiq Foundation. When you talk about Gunjur, I think about the people like Bunjeng, Omar Bunjeng. Whenever I drive past Gunjur, I always think about Bunjeng for some reason. He was a great scholar.
Indeed.
So I wasn't surprised to know Gunjur people coming up with this.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful,
so thank you for coming, and please
really.
relate our greetings to the foundation.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
So much.
Viewers, will be right back after the break.
Do your banking the smart way with the new Aji Bank mobile app. Transfer money to any bank account in the Gambia. Top up airtime for all networks. Pay utility bills. Check your account balance and view mini statements. Request for ATM cards. Request for checkbooks and more in a single touch. So, do your banking in a smart way. Do your banking now with Aji Bank mobile app. Every time is banking time. Aji Bank, your investment partner. Q Money ak Orange Money ñoo lëkkaloo pour yombalal leen yónnee xaalis bàyyi ko Gambia dem ba Sénégal ak Q Money Wallet looy toog di xaar dawal léegi nga ubbi Q Money account pour nga mun a door di yónnee xaalis sa xariteeg sa mbokk yi jaarale ko Orange Money Sénégal léegi pour am si lu leer mun nga call Q Money customer care si 133 Q Money suñu kalpe lii dafa ànd ak sarta yuñ tëral Q Money e Orange Money joni weɓini nuldugol mbuuɗi mi yetoma joni hiɗa wawi nuldude mbuuɗi iwra ko Gambia ɗo yaha Sénégal e Q Money wallet ma on eyyi ko honno wonɗa e fadde mi yetoma udduto Q Money account ma on joni fuɗɗoɗa nuldude mbuuɗi e teriɓe ma rewa ɗon ka Orange Money nder Sénégal fi heɓugol hen ko laaɓi hiɗa wawi noddude Q Money customer care e 133 Q Money suñu kalpe ɗum no yaadi e sartaji
Opticalia, Gambia's leader in optical care with 5 locations offering the best in visual health. With cutting-edge European technology, Opticalia delivers single vision lenses in just 20 minutes. At Opticalia, we care about our future. Eye exams are free for individuals under 18, ensuring everyone has access to quality eye care. But it's not just about vision. Opticalia also provides advanced audiology services to ensure your hearing health is in the best hands. Our audiology services offer European standard hearing aids and diagnostics, ensuring everyone can hear clearly. Whether it's testing or treatment, you can trust Opticalia for your auditory care. Opticalia offers European standard products, fair prices, and exceptional value all under one roof. Visit Opticalia at the Tropic Shopping Center near Senegambia or call us on 7767-121 or any of our regional branches. Banjul 7767-126, Brikama 7767-123, Farafenni 7767-124, Basse 7767-125. Opticalia, love what you see and hear.
Yeah, so we are back. You're watching QTV this morning. Now let's move on to the last segment of this program, and we have the Crab Island Tibet Foundation, 3 Nursery Management and Conservation. We have Honorable Usman Silla with us, the chairperson of the institution. It's good to have you here, Honorable.
Thank you very much, Mr. Balde, and your colleague for having me again on this widely watched.
Yeah, so when was the last time you were on this program? I think sometime last year.
Sometime last year.
Yeah, it's almost a year now.
Was it early? No, early this year.
Early this year? Yes, you were here. You are right. Yeah, so it's good to have you again.
It's a pleasure.
Yes. So please, let's go through this. I mean, this conservation, 3 Nursery. Please tell us about it.
Well, yes, you know, Crab Island is, the Crab Island Tibet Foundation is running 2 centers, one in Banjul, which is the main center, and then an annex in Fonyi, Buyam Fonyi, in the West Coast region.
We didn't know about that.
Yes, of course, we covered it. You attended the event.
Okay.
There was coverage, yes.
Oh,
when
all right.
When we launched
the news team.
Yeah, the news came, yeah. The news team, yeah. So, and the plan is that Crab Island wants to be a hub that offers opportunities, wide-ranging opportunities, where, you know, Gambians will be able to take advantage of to develop their capacities. Our raison d'etre is to building capacities of Gambians, particularly young people, but Gambians of all age categories, but particularly young people who are the majority. And in that, we are doing skills. We are training people to build capacities in skills. But what exists is that there are traditional skills areas that are offered. Crab Island wants to go beyond that. We want to be agile. We want to be flexible. We want to be introducing anticipatory skills, skills that are not in existence, but where one can build skills, areas that one can build skills around, so that people will find, because there is need for employment for young people. There is need for development for this country. And that I believe that the existing traditional areas are limited. They are countable.
True.
So if one can expand it, and that's what skill is all about. That's what we are pushing, even at the level of SASASNet, that we should be anticipatory. Africa should be anticipatory, should be futuristic, thinking about the future. And this time around, there is an area that we feel we can develop a training around and a competency around as well, skills around that is not in existence. That is tree nursery management and conservation.
Honorable, before you go to the tree management and conservation, the skills development that you mentioned, how do you go about selecting people, and what criteria are you looking for if you really want to support people who wants to venture into skills acquisition?
Well, for Crab Island, in fact, yes, this is something that is unique about Crab Island. Not unique, I guess others are doing it, but Crab Island also, the signature of Crab Island is that it is inclusive. Okay. We don't have barriers in terms of qualification, in terms of gender, in terms of background, in terms of where you come from. Crab Island is open. It's just first come, first serve. So our qualification, we have trainees there who have got good qualifications that can give them university entrance acceptance, but because of the lack of the wherewithal, their families, so they cannot get university acceptance. So they are coming to explore skills. So Crab Island has such trainees, but we also have those who cannot even read and write, who are literate in Arabic, who are from the madrasas, who speak French, Gambians who have been in Senegal, or even we have non-nationals. There is, I think, one trainee who's from Senegal and one from Sierra Leone, so, and Nigeria as well, one from Nigeria. So it's all inclusive. We have persons with disability, and of course our bias is, in fact, we have a standing policy that any person with a disability, Crab Island offers you free scholarship. This is a standing policy.
Oh, wow.
And so in our selection, the gender, we are female gender bias. We are biased towards the female gender.
I am liking Crab Island.
So that's our position. No, it has to be made very clear that when we are doing our selection, these are the things that we consider. So Crab Island is all inclusive. So in terms of selection, any person who applies, and then there is the space, and you are lucky, it's locked though, because we would have loved to take all those who wanted to come to Crab Island to be accepted, or all those who want to come to Crab Island to be accepted, but we have limitation in terms of space, in terms of position. So, so this is the situation with Crab Island.
Yes.
So why did you then decide to invest in tree nursery and environmental conservation?
Well, this is topical at the moment, because now you can see climate change is a reality. The world is now experiencing calamities that are as a result of climate change. So in order to avert that, we need to really, invest in climate protection and climate conservation, climate management. It requires, trees, planting trees. Trees are critical to our survival. They are very crucial to our survival. So we need to develop a culture around the planting of trees, the conservation of trees, for various reasons. For our survival, because the oxygen we inhale to survive, it comes from the trees.
The trees, yes.
So they are, without them we cannot survive. So we really need to be serious about them to make sure that we have enough trees and they are conserved. But we have to train people to be doing that, and also train people and inform people to develop the culture of nurturing it. So we feel that it is important to introduce a course area that is going to train young people to be doing this. For the purpose of, for economic reasons, that when you're planting trees, you see seedlings. If you go run now and then go to where they sell these seedlings, lemon seedlings, lime seedlings, mango seedlings, guava, this called avocado, you can, the minimum you get, the price is 150. True. Depending on the size. If it is grown, it can get you more. It can fetch you more. So for economic reasons, one can develop skills around it, and then start doing it as a business. And then not only the plants, when they also grown into fruit trees, you can be selling the fruits. And this is contributing to the nutrition of the population. So supplementary nutritional supplement for the population. And then, like I said, for our survival, and then for ornamental purposes, for aesthetic reasons, we can develop ornamental plants, flowers, They can do municipal landscaping, roundabouts, flowering at homes, you know, landscaping. So there's a lot that one can
A lot of
gain,
things can happen
around this. So we feel that, and this is the new course area that is being introduced, and there is no curriculum because according to the law in the Gambia, and it's obvious, you cannot train something without the theory. You need a theory. You need to know what to train.
What to train them.
So that theory needs to be, you know, systematic, you know, and then you need to have stakeholders who have their input. They all agree that this is what is required to train this, to roll out this training. And that's what we did. We had the idea. We were able to submit a proposal, and we had partners that are funding it. Is to train 25 young Gambians on to acquire skills in tree nursery management and conservation. So we've got this, but we cannot roll out the training without the standard or curriculum, and this is what Crab Island has done. That according to the law also, you know, I was part of those who contributed to the amendment of the law because it was during our time. NACA may not at any given time, have all the expertise to by itself develop standard around a given skills area. So this is where it allows TVET providers, even individuals, to initiate standards that can be translated into, you know, curriculum.
Their input, yes.
Yes, it can, but it must have to pass through NACA processes. It must be under the aegis of NACA because it's the regulatory authority that gives accreditation to institutions that are training institutions, and also the programs rolled out by the training institution. They need to be accredited, and it's NACA that does that. So if you do it with the support of NACA, under the auspices of NACA, then, you know, you give it legitimize it. You give it legitimacy. And then the morals, the legal support that it requires. So this is what we have done. We invited NACA to facilitate the process, and they did. They really accepted, offered their whole free of charge, provided the facilitator to facilitate it, and then all the support that is needed at the institutional level, NACA provided. And then we did not stop there. We said that, well, for Crab Island, we just initiated it and want to roll out the training, but we need to get the expertise. So we identified one former regional forestry director, Usainu Cham, who is retired now, to come and then be the coordinator of the program. But we said, yes, that's fine, but let's also get the other stakeholders. The Minister of Agriculture has mandate over what we are doing. So we said, let's approach them. We approached the Director General of the Agriculture, who also readily gave his support and then committed his officials to support the process. And then we said, it's not there, we don't stop there because we're talking about conservation, and there National Environment Agency comes into play. So we also engaged them. The Executive Secretary also readily gave his support and even came, and both the Director General and the Executive Director of NEA came at the opening to, you know, give their statement.
So what is going to be the duration of this program?
It's 9 months. 9 months training. It's 12 months though, but they have to have the time at the school to do the practicals. And then, of course, practical and theory goes and also time out in the field. And we have partners that are going to support us when it comes to the field work, industrial attachment. The Minister of Agriculture has offered us their Wellingara, you know, mixed farming center, model center, where they'll be doing their training. And also private operators like Mr. Kinte, Mr. Fai, they're also, you know, ready to support.
Samba Fai.
Samba Fai and Mr. Kinte, they are also into this business.
Yes, exactly.
So they are ready to be taking our trainees.
That's amazing.
On attachment.
Yeah, so there will be certification.
Certainly, that's what we are doing. Because what's the essence of training someone without being that training recognized? If I come and then tell you that I'm a horticulturalist or I am a skilled person,
where is your paper?
Yes, your paper. So that's evidence to show that you have this qualification, is certificate. So that's what we are doing. That's the process we've just done. It's not concluded yet. We have done the review and development of the curriculum, the standard. It starts. You first have to have a standard. And then the standard, out of the standard, you develop a curriculum. So we have developed a standard, and a curriculum is going to be teased out from that standard. And then now we're going to do the validation, and then adopt it, and then it's not only going to be for Crab Island, it's going to be for the Gambia. It's going to be a national standard. But Crab Island triggered the process, and then the country adopted it. The country took ownership. So now it's going to be a national standard. Any institution can use it. And what I also told them is that let us start this. I don't think there is anything like this. I'm not sure because I don't know what is happening around the world, everything that's happening around the world, particularly in Africa. Because I'm talking from the vantage of Sasasnet, that with this, I am going to parade this before the other African countries so that it can be a model. If it does not exist, they can adopt it. So Gambia is developing these standards initially for Gambia, but it's not going to be limited to Gambia. Anybody who needs it out of Gambia can
use it.
Yes.
So as for the first phase, which types of trees are you going to focus on?
Well, I have a limitation also. I'm not an expert in the area.
So
I wish the coordinator was around who was an expert in the area. But of course, it's going to be, fruit trees.
Okay.
I guess fruit trees, but it's going to, they have a long period there at the school. They'll be not only doing the fruit trees, but also, like I said, ornamental trees, flowers.
Yes.
And they like.
There was a time when they do a lot of tree planting, and I was saying, why not we start using fruit trees? I mean, these are trees that are so beneficial. They'll provide shade, and at the same time, you will benefit from it. I think we need to start planting fruit trees, oranges, mangoes, guava.
Exactly.
And the likes. I think they will also help.
Well, we're hoping that with this course, when it starts, we're not going to only stop at training, but we're going to also depopularize the importance of people, embracing the planting of trees, the management of trees, the conservation of trees. Like I said, and you also, confirm, for the various reasons, for the various purposes, for survival, because the oxygen we inhale comes from the trees.
Absolutely.
So, and then fruit trees, to have it all around, because they provide shade, they provide you with food, for nutrition, they provide you with shade, and then also the oxygen.
Imagine having fruit trees all over. I mean, it's another way of fighting hunger.
Exactly.
Yes,
it is. It is fighting hunger.
Absolutely.
For two reasons, that you are providing the what it produces, people can consume to address hunger, but also the economic activity that can come out of it.
True.
To generate income for the person. So, it addresses also poverty. So, so for us, our focus is to build capacities to address poverty.
I think the Crab Island Tibet is really facing the right direction.
Thank you.
I think with time, this is going to change the way we live as a people. Training young people how to not to wait for opportunities, but create opportunities.
Right.
You understand?
Exactly.
So, I mean, at some point, people will start creating employment for themselves. People will start creating other avenues to be able to empower themselves. So, I think we need more Crab Island in this country.
Initiatives like Crab Island. Yes, that's right. Like we said, it's important that we focus on skills development. It's better for skills to wait for jobs than jobs to wait for skills. Like what I mean is that prepare young people, let them acquire skills. And then once they acquire skills, the beauty of the skills is that you can become employable. People can employ you because you have the skills, or you self-employed. You become self-employed. You can employ yourself, do things on your own, without waiting for anyone or seeking employment from anyone. So that's the advantage of skill, and that's what Crab Island is doing. And we not only stop there, we are introducing new courses like road construction.
Oh, wow.
No one is offering it. Crab Island is starting it. We are offering it.
Wow,
This is the first time in the country. We also want to engage in maritime-related courses. And we are doing this together with GMA, Gambia Maritime Administration. We are going to have a partnership so that they'll be supporting us to roll this out. Like I said, Crab Island is a hub. We want to be a university in the sense of the technical area. Because our aim is not to stop as a center, to stop at that. We want to become an institute. We want to the aim is to transform it into a polytechnic, even a technical university at some point. Whether we are going to witness it, we'll be alive by then. But this is the ambition. This is the road. This is the trajectory.
It will be there.
This is our trajectory.
So I believe when the right steps are put on the right, direction, obviously, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there is goodwill. Crab Island also, happens to be very fortunate that there is goodwill. There is support from every quarter. The population is supporting. The partners are supporting. Government is supporting. So, we have all the right ingredients to be where we are, and then to also become what we want to be in the future. Like I said, our trajectory, our aim is to for it to transform into a technical university. And like you said, we don't only want to exist in Banjul and Fonyi, we want to be everywhere. Krab Island wants to be everywhere. We want to have annexes around the country.
Why not? Why not?
So that's the aim, that's the goal, that's the objective.
So as per this initiative that you're about to roll out, do you also have plans to conduct a survey or a survey sort of the different, or experiment of the different soil, you know, you have different soil qualities and components to be able to ascertain whether this type of tree will be planted here or not. Do you have any plans like that?
Well, thank you very much for the question. Well, during the course of this the curriculum development session, I did not spend all the time there. I have been moving around, you know, facilitating things for them. But the periods I have been staying and listening to the discussions, I think I was able to pick up this, and it's going to be part of the modules. They'll be, you know, teaching them the type of soil that is relevant, that is necessary for this particular. This is going to be part of the course content. And this curriculum, this time that are developing, they are not only developing for the certificate level, they are developing it for the diploma level. Once it is ready, it can even be a diploma level course offered at all the institutions. Not only certificate level that Krab Island is offering, but diploma. So it's going to be a standard comprehensive standard and curriculum.
So Krab Island, I mean, do you have maybe a quick course for working class, maybe myself, you know, and other people who want to go and do some skills, maybe 6 or 3 months? Do you have that?
No, I was talking about the flexibility of Krab Island. We can have tailor-made courses. We can have tailor-made courses because, of course, we have been approached, we have planned, like for instance, we want to introduce foreign language courses, like Chinese, Turkish.
Wow.
The Chinese embassy, Turkish embassy are interested.
Oh, wow.
So, we, you know, because Gambians are heading towards
those
countries,
yeah.
So there's
it's connecting now.
And we are open to French. Also French is going to be introduced. We want to introduce that. And not only that, we can have these tailor-made courses where people who are working and want to learn skills can come, and then we offer short courses or courses that fit with their time.
True.
Like, and that one method is that introducing afternoon classes.
Exactly.
After work or evening classes, because for workers will finish work at 4.
True.
So starting at 5, 6, 7 is evening classes. So we can have that.
I mean, I think you should consider that as
but you know, we cannot do it with 1 or 2 interested persons, but we have something sizable.
Yes.
Because you know what we are doing, what is going to happen is that we're going to hire a trainer. You have to pay the trainer.
True.
You're going to use the facility, the electricity. So you need to have at least a number,
a number before
a reasonable number to roll it out. But we are open to that.
Yeah, I think most people now are interested in skills. I mean,
no, it's the way to go.
I tell my people all the time. I mean, you see, skill is the way to go for.
It's the way to go for Gambia. It's the way to go for Africa.
Yeah, it's the way to go. So I think it's important for people to consider that, and the young ones too. We need to encourage them to at least be learning skills.
Exactly.
You know. Yeah. So thank you very much.
And we should not stop at being a second choice area. I often tell this to parents, that don't say that my child is not doing well in academic education, so I want him to come for technical education.
No, it shouldn't be
that
like
because the person is considered stupid. Let me just in quotation marks, stupid.
So
no one is stupid.
Let me just
say that my child is not interested in academic education, so I want the child to explore technical
because
education.
the child will take skills as, okay, it's a stupid man thing. If you say it that way. Okay, Sahel be near what is school with my yobola finger.
And that's wrong. That's wrong. That's the perception. That's negative perception. We need to fight.
Yeah.
Yes. And the skilled person is, I believe, for me, I can say that the skilled person is more intelligent than
they are handling,
because they are using the brain. They have dexterity. They are using their hands. So
absolutely,
the person
they are in fact smarter.
You think and talk. They think and talk like you. They can do that. But they can also use their hands that you can.
Thank you, Honorable. We have exhausted the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we will take our time to come and visit Krab Island.
Please do. Come
on. We'll take our time. This morning, team, we will come visit Krab Island and we will roll our live TV program.
We really appreciate that.
Yes, we will communicate and
arrange
arrange
a great service to the nation.
Thank you
very much.
Thank
and
you
we also appreciate you for the support you give to Krab Island. You have always been opening your studios for us.
Thank you very much.
Promote our program, promote skills in the Gambia, and promote the capacity building of young people.
Thank you. So this is all we have, Julde.
Until we come your way tomorrow.
We'll be back here. Bye-bye.